Throughout July, we've seen the market giving out major move. Whether you was in a buy market, the market had great volatility. Whether you was in a selling market, we see the market was giving great volatility. But then when August came, the market was kind of silenced. Now, if you've been trading long enough, you would have realized that throughout August, like I said before, the market broke out of certain major key levels of the daily time frame, the monthly time frame, or even the weekly time frame. That's why we were, seeing those kind of major moves. And at the same time, when August came, the market was kind of, giving pullback. That's why the market was quiet. Now, this month that is starting from last week, we've seen that the market has already started giving out major move. That being said, to my opinion, I've realized that the market is back to the impulse phase. We are done with the correction phase and now we are experiencing impulse phase. So this September, guys, once again, these are just my opinion. This September, I'm still expecting major moves, the same major moves that we saw during during July month. So real quick, guys, we're just going to hop in the market and see whether we can catch these major moves, right? So this is just the simplest way. Whether you are trading SMC, whether you are trading ICT, you trading reversal structures, whether you're trading trendline, guys, this analysis is just going to be very simple for you guys to understand. So real quick, let's just dive in the market and see what we can get from this join, right? So real quick over here, now if you look at JPY, we see that the Japanese yen has really gained strength and dropping other pairs. So this is Gbpjpy, JPY. We see the market has really been dropping like crazy, right? So real quick, if we try to analyze this Gbpjpy, let's see what we will come up with, right? So like I said before, guys, this is just going to be a very simple analysis that anybody can understand. So that is the last high, and now right there we see we have a last low. So there's that possibility that Gbpjpy might want to go and target this level right here, because that was a quite sensitive zone, and because previously we see that price respected that level right over here. We see we had price going up, came back to retest that level before price shooting back all the way, right? And now we see price gave us that kind of an impulse, went back, and now like I said before, all these during August we see a price giving us this kind of a consolidation, and now we anticipate that Gbpjpy is on an impulse field. So real quick, guys, we should be looking for good opportunities, that is sell opportunities, if we get one, right? So let's just continue marking our chart, marking the levels right over here. We see we have something over here, right over there, kind of a trend, right? And you can clone this as usual, have it right there, then maybe drag it above right there. So this is what we see the market creating, right? And at the same time, if we continue marking our levels, we have this also is a sensitive zone right there. So now we see, previously, when was this? That was 1st August. 1st August, the market went back, trying to retest this level. Then let me just zoom in for you guys to see right over here. So like I said, this was 1st August. You see, so that was 1st or that was 5th. Yeah, 5th August, we see the market try to go back to retest this resistance level right there, and you see the whole of August right here. You see, this is just the whole of August. We see price was kind of accumulating and not going anywhere, just moving sideways, right? So right over here, when September came, you see this red candlestick right here, right? That is when we see the market started dropping, right? So all in all, we see price is back. Let me just have this right there for you guys to see. All in all, we see that price is back inside this zone right here. I hope you guys can see this big zone right there. Right, so that is what we see. So there's that possibility, like I said before, that price might go back to retest this level right here, right there. Now guys, to my opinion guys, I usually say this: I only take my trades when I see a confirmation, when I see a reversal pattern, whether it's a double bottom, an inverse head and shoulder, or a double top. Now we see that the market just bounced off this level, then went back. But then over here we see kind of a double top right here, right? Something like this. So that is a sensitive zone that we also need to cater for, or we need to talk about, right? So if we mark out this level right here, in fact, if we take it back to this left, you see it kind of makes sense right there. We have that it's a resistance, or now the market respected. Right now over here we also have another level right there. Boom. So that's it. So now we see that Gbpjpy has already broken out of that support zone, respected this resistance level, now broke out of that support zone. Right now that is still based off the daily time frame. Remember, like we said before, we anticipate that price might try to target this level right there. So now if we go to the 4 hour, let's just go to the H4 real quick, right there. This is what we see, right? So right over here, like we said before, we've seen a double top, something like that, and now we've seen an impulse phase, right? So all we need to do guys, every day I say the market usually gives an impulse, and then after an impulse we anticipate a correction. That is the nature of the market. So all we see, I might call all these as an impulse phase, this one right here. So for us to have a good entry, that is if we are looking for good selling positions guys, we just need to wait for price to give us another blueprint, that is let the market give us a good retest right here. Of course we see we had a retest right here, right? But then to my opinion, I won't call that as a good retest. I'll still anticipate that price might try to go back to give us a good and clear retest before maybe we see what she might be trying to do. But then let's see of the H1 what this market was doing right here and understand what pattern or what shape that the market was trying to create off the H1. Right, let's just hit this right there. Good. So right here, now again, this is just my opinion guys right here. I still believe the market really consolidated over here for a month. I mean, over a month the market was just consolidating. So to my opinion guys, according to what I've been studying and seeing what the market has been doing guys, that has been a big consolidation zone that just a break for me won't give me a good signal that she is ready for sales, right? So for me not to fall for any trap guys, I think I'm going to wait for another retest, right? So because this is just a break, right? And remember we also had NFP last week, so we had this kind of a thing that the market just pushed all the way down. I think also NFP gave that a push. Now if we continue analyzing this market right here, we will understand that there's also a trend right over here that this market is creating. So now I think it's making sense what she is trying to do. And like I said before, I anticipate a retest. That's when I should be looking for good sell position. Now we have a first touch right here based on this trend that this market was creating. Then we have a second touch right there. Now let me take it back to the 15 minutes. Of the 15, let's see what what the market has been printing the whole of last week, that is the whole of this new month that we are in, that is September, right? Let's just have it right there. and maybe delete this one since we understand what the market is doing right there. Good. Right, so let's just have it right there. Now remember, we talk about SMC, right? So I have this indicator of mine. I don't know whether that's an indicator right over here. So if I open this, so you see the levels that I did mark of the higher time frame kind of makes sense, right? So we also have this level right here. Of course, price has played around that level, so we should cater for that. So let's just hit the H1 first and confirm once again something. Makes sense, right? Correct. How about the H4? Makes sense, right? So the levels are still making sense, right? Correct. So if we go, let me just make that off, and let's take it back to the 15 right over here. Good. So like I said before, we have a first touch of which that is a lower high, and price hit our lower high once again right there. So now price is still on an impulse phase, right? And we don't take our entry off impulse phase, guys. We wait for correction, but then before the price gives us an impulse phase, that's when we take opportunity, right? So right, I believe most people are going to add more sales right here. Okay, now that is not me, that's not how I trade, because I understand this. I keep on saying this is like in the middle of nowhere. The market has that possibility of going back right here, or the market still has another possibility of even dropping more, right? Something like this, dropping more, right? So for me, I like taking my entries based on major key levels, my trend lines, support levels, resistance level, right? And I need to make sure that there is a certain key level that the market previously, respected for a while, making it somehow strong. So that is where I'm looking for my entries. So for me to have a good stop loss above or below those key levels, so it means anytime the stops get hit, that means the market is kind of trying to revert, right? So I'm just always looking for possible ways to be on the safe side of this market, right? So let me just delete this. Let me delete this right there. Now this is it. Like we said, we have an impulse phase right here, right? Correction phase, and now an impulse phase, right? So this was the best place I could have taken that entry. That is if I did analyze this market last week. But then let's just bygone. Let's wait for another opportunity. Like I said before in my previous videos, the market usually give out second chance. If you missed on one chance, wait for the next one, right? So for my anticipation, I believe when the market opens, I'm still going to wait for another market opportunity. So this is what I'm trying to mean, guys. I'm anticipating the market to create another solid, I don't know if you guys are understanding, something like this, a good solid resistance level, same as this level, the previous one. Let me just have this and maybe do this, maybe something like this, right? Now that is kind of a good solid level. Let's just then mark it maybe something like this, right? So it might take time, right? But I anticipate, and I'm definitely going to be patient, wait for the market to create this kind of a solid level, solid resistance, go back, retest it, as it print those blueprints, I'm also anticipating the market to go back to retest this trend line of mine right there. Now once I get a good confirmation, let me just do this. Once we get a good confirmation, then I think it will be a good place to go in for my sell position right there, target that level right there, then have my stop right there, above that level. Now that is just onto this selling market. But what if the market decides to create bullish structure. You never know, because let me just show you something, guys. If I do this, if I clone this, we don't just look into one direction, only sales. No, we need to look also into other market possibilities. If I do this, then have it right there. Good. So now you see that might also be a bullish flag, another bullish continuation pattern. Forex market is always crazy. Right? So if we go to the H4 right there, the market might be trying to give us a bullish continuation pattern, something like this. We see the market does this, gives us a continuation pattern, then we see breaking new structures. Now that is it. So it's just the same thing, because maybe we need to mark out this level right here, something like this. This is now the H4, right? So if we mark out that level, then now let's go to the 1 hour, right? So this is what we see, something like this, right? So let's just remove this right there. Whoa, whoa, I see something. Already price has already hit this trend line, the support horizontal trend line. So this is amazing. So you taking your sell right now when the market opens is going to be a crazy thing. So now if we want to look for a buy, right? Remember, we've seen that the market is kind of bearish, but the market might be tricky, might be giving you bearish property. But if we miss out on something, she might try to give us bullish property and then takes us out. Now, this is it. If we want to look for a good buy opportunity, based on what we see now, we anticipate the market to do this, goes up, then comes down, probably something like this. Now, once we see price taking out this trend line, then the downtrend is done. Probably the market, in fact, let's just do this because we have this level right here. This is amazing. Now, what this? If we want to look for bullish property, the market might do this, respect this level, comes back with another bullish continuation pattern, right? Now, if you look at that clearly, that's a reversal structure. That's an inverse head and shoulder. And once we understand that's an inverse head and shoulder, guess what? This is where we look for our buy properties. Right there. So it's a two-way traffic. It's either we buy or we sell. So we just react to what the market is telling us. Every day I say the market gives us blueprint. It's just you or it's just me to begin open my eyes and see what she's trying to communicate, and we follow along. We don't lead the market. We let the market lead us and we follow along, guys. So I hope you guys really got that. So when the market opens, that is tomorrow, that is on Monday. Today I'm recording this video. This was on a Sunday. When the market opens, guys, let me just add this to my watch list, basically to my eye list. That is, let's just have this right there. Boom. Let's just do that. And of course, I'm going to make another video follow up, and see what the market did, if she reacted to our anticipation. But for now, taking a sell or a buy is a no. All we need to do, step back, let the market lead the way, let it give us blueprint, and we only react to what we see, right? So I hope this was simplified, guys. Check out my Telegram link also in the description box, guys. So if you're a scalper, whether you trade SMC, you trade ICT, you trade whichever strategy that you trade, guys, I hope I did simplify that. So if you have any question, let me know in the comment box below, and adios amigos, peace.